right, guys, top of the morning. Happy July 12th. Coming to you full of excitement, fully grateful, and I'm just in a state of reflection this morning. I'll get to that in a couple minutes, but before we get the train moving on down the tracks, I want to turn it over to somebody, and I want them to share their sentiment, take us out on the field in true keep it moving fashion. And I'm going to actually go to Mel. Mel's here. She's ready. I saw Costa make his appearance in the background, so tell him to be quiet because we got things to do this morning. But Mel, if you can, take the group out on the field on this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. I'm actually going to talk more about you, or Friday morning, excuse me, in a couple of minutes. But let's roll, Mel. Share with us what your sentiment is. Take this group out on the field today.
All right. Good morning, Team Fast. It is July. We are more than halfway through the year, and we have to remember that we are actually on one of the most amazing teams right now in the entire state of California. And what are we, number one right now at EXP, Elias?
Number one and number two, we're teetering back and forth.
Number one or number two. I mean, you guys, we have the most amazing support system. We have the most amazing trainings. We have the most amazing lead opportunities. A lot of agents right now are just not busy. Their phones are not ringing. And we have the opportunity to leverage the people, the relationships, the tools, the training, the marketing, and we have the opportunity to be busy. And so for that, I am so grateful. And let's just remember that we get to seize the day. So this weekend, let's get out there. Let's connect with some people. Let's hop on the phone. Let's tell somebody that we love them. Let's remind someone that they are special in our lives. And we need to be able to pour into other people. But first, let's make sure we're pouring into ourselves. So today, I started the morning off writing things that I'm grateful for. I have a gratitude journal that I've started, and every single morning I sit down for 10 minutes with my cup of coffee before the baby wakes up, and I just reflect on everything that I'm grateful for. And I am super, super grateful to be here and to be with you guys and to spend my morning with you guys. And so I love you guys. Let's go out there and let's crush it.
Wow. Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you, and I'm sure people are, feeling that sentiment, and they got nothing but love for you. You guys, this morning I did a little bit of reflection, and this is why I've always been a huge proponent of writing. Now, whether you have one of those things that actually transcribes, it's like an iPad, I forgot the name of it, or whether you're old school like me and you like to write, I always look at writing as an opportunity for you to look back through like a photo album, right? And you go back through the years and you look at where your thoughts were, how you structured your thoughts, what ideas you had, how you laid out meetings and agendas and coaching and all the things, right? And, the events that you've gone to, the books that you've read, the quotes from the books, the sections of the books where you said, I'm going to do something with that. And so what I do is I keep everything, and I've shared this with you before. But I wanted to reflect for a moment, and I wanted to say, first and foremost, before I go forward, is I just wanted to say thank you. Whether you're brand new to Keep It Moving Group Coaching or you've been attending these sessions for many years, there was a time where this didn't exist. There was a time where Keep It Moving was just a hashtag that I put on Facebook videos because I thought it was cool, because I heard it from a Wu-Tang song back in the days. And so I always liked this keep it moving, this momentum, this, keep it moving towards your dreams, your goals, and your vision. And I ran with that for years. And I was looking back at you guys, and I'm just going to share a couple things with you guys. So I was looking back. This is a video from 2 years ago. It's probably a little bit longer than that, but when you guys go back, and I'll drop this link, these videos go back over 3 years. And so the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is that at one time, it wasn't a thing in our environment and for the community. Obviously, we offer this to people that aren't even on our team. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because over the years, this has taken a lot of work. It's a lot of thought, there's dialogue, there's preparation, and then there's post coaching sessions. What do we do with this? How do we share this with the world? The reason why I'm sharing this with you guys, is that you have to start somewhere. And then once you're there, you start to build this consistency, whether one person is listening, 1,000 people are listening, 1,000,000 people are listening, but you build that and you continue to build. And I'm looking back at all of these sessions, all of the moments, all of the memories, all the gems that were shared, the mic drop moments, the contributions, the heartfelt experiences, the vulnerability, the insights, the game plans, all the things that we have done in this environment. And so, you guys, I will consistently show up for you. And when I look back at this, you guys, this has been a labor of love have, and what I want to encourage you to do is go back and look at some of these old stuff. Like, I don't even know what's going on in the session here, but I'm in a room with just a t-shirt or something hanging on the wall. And so the thought is that you guys, this has been done through consistency, years and years and years of us building and planning, and we're going to continue to get better. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is it's in direct correlation to how you guys are building your business. When we first started these sessions, there was 3 people, sometimes 1 person, sometimes 5 people, and it's continuing to grow, and you guys continue to show up. So before we get rolling this morning, I just wanted to stop. I'm reflecting, and I wanted to tell you how grateful I am for each of you for being here and sharing this time with me, sharing your thoughts and sharing your energy, because I do not discount that and I never will. So I just want to take a moment to thank you guys, because I was just looking back at all the sessions and I'm just like in complete awe of you guys and how you've showed up in this environment. Now, one little piece of reflection, another piece of reflection. I opened up this book and at some time I had spilled coffee on it. All right. This is from early in 2021, and this is before Peter Lee had joined our team, because I have a note here that says recruiting meeting with Peter Lee. But I don't know where I shared this at the time, but I want to share this with you. For the people that don't know, Team Fast started in January of 2020. At the time, we had 10 agents, and now fast forward, we are one of the top teams in the entire world for our brokerage, EXP, which there's over 90,000 people at this amazing company. So it says here reflection and looking back on the vision, which is encapsulated through each of our team members. And this is a universal message. It's a universal meaning of this company, which has long been believed that this wasn't about a real estate team, rather being a movement. Right. And I want you guys to truly think about that. What we've been able to create at a massive scale has been able to create a movement in real estate. What each of you have the ability to do in your own way, in your own business, is create a movement of how people will work with you, why they will work with you, the following that you have created on social media, the presence that you have created, the stance that you've taken, the impact that you've made in this world. You guys are creating a movement just like we've created a movement in real estate. And when I look back and I reflect for a moment, I am just filled with tremendous levels of gratitude. And so you guys have an ability to create your own movement. And when I look on the screen, you're already doing it. You're already doing it. So hats off to you. Hats off to reflection. Hats off to being able to dive back into my vault and look at all of these memories and all of these thoughts. And so that's how I want to start it out. Any contributions before we get rolling? Any thoughts, any ideas before we get this going? All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being present. Let me ask you guys a quick question. When we think about your videos or the videos that you've watched this week, is there a video that you guys watched this week? I'm going to shift gears. We're going to talk about this for just a moment. I don't want to spend the whole session on video. Was there a video that stood out to you this week? Is there a video that you watched that said, I'm going to save that. I'm going to watch that over again. It was funny. It was insightful. It was impactful. It was something that was filled with tremendous levels of value. Was there a video that you could recommend that everyone on this call shared? And why did you watch that video, right? Why did you watch that video? What was it about the content that hooked you in? What was the moment that they got you? And what about that speaker did you like? Was it the flow? Was it the lighting? Was it the words? Was it the hook? Was it a combination of all those things? And I just want to start there. So tell me about a video that stood out to you. Why did you watch it? And what was it about the content or the speaker that you liked? Let's go Melody, and let's get a few other people in the queue on this. Let's go Melody first.
Mine wasn't a video. It was actually a podcast because if we're realtors, we spend a lot of time in the car, right? And I learned this from Elias. Drive time equals university time. And once I heard him say that, I could never forget it. So it was a podcast, the Goal Digger podcast, not the Gold, the Goal Digger podcast. And she had Ed Milet on. And I think I sent you a copy of this podcast yesterday.
Got
By the
it.
end of that podcast, I was in tears. I got so emotional. I mean, if you know me, I'm an emotional person. I'm a heart-centered person. And it talked about the power of one more. And Elias, I'm sure you can elaborate on this, but the power of one more. The power of one more call, the power of one more hug, the power of one more I love you, the power of just showing up one more time for someone that's going through a tough time and maybe needs you and just needs your presence. And just showing up one more time, right? How many times have we been cold calling or door knocking or passing out our flyers and maybe we have an off day and the last person that we talk to ends up becoming a lead or a opportunity to list their home, right? So that's happened to me many times before. If you guys haven't checked it out, I'm gonna try to
Yeah, try to drop it.
yeah, I'm gonna try to drop the link in this chat. If you guys are driving around this weekend or maybe doing the dishes and just want to listen to something impactful and motivating, I recommend that podcast.
Beautiful. I love it. And let's go, Demian. Demian, let's go to you, my man. Tell us about a video that stood out this week. Why'd you watch it? And what was what about the content of the speaker did you like?
Good morning. Also, to Mill's point, there's this guy on Instagram, probably late 40s, black guy, and he records these videos from his car. He's driving, but he comes on with this big smile. He's always wearing a t-shirt that kind of speaks to whatever topic he's talking about, but it's always about parenting. And he's always speaking very deliberately and almost a little slower, but again, he's smiling the whole time and it's bright, so it's not like he's preaching at you or like telling you do this so your kids are this, and it's just really easy. And I don't even know the guy's name, but every time I see his videos, it's almost like I smile a little bit because I'm like, okay, here's some game to help me with my kids. So yeah, I enjoy that guy's content a lot, and I'll probably take some notes away from it too.
I love this. And here's what I want to challenge you to do is make sure to follow that person so it's not just a random person that shows up in the feed, but save one of his videos. So next week you can drop that person's name here. And what I want to encourage you guys to do now, obviously, you can't do this in the shower because, obviously why. But there's ideas come to us sometimes in like the most inopportune times. What we think, like in the shower, I don't have anything to write, but goddamn, that was a good idea, or my voice sounded really good when I was in the shower. But when you're driving, I'm sure because you're all spending a lot of time on the road. So many great ideas come when you're on the road. And so what I would encourage you to do, especially if you're listening to a podcast or you had a moment of clarity because you had silence and you didn't have the kids or anything around, like that is the time where you set it up on your mount and you just start recording. I promise you guys, so many good things come from that moment when you're in traffic. Highly, highly encourage you to get some type of mount, record while you're in your car, do it safely. If you need to wait until you stop, do that. But man, that in the moment content is so powerful. Let's go to Samantha and then we'll shift gears in the conversation.
Yeah, it was actually two videos that you put on your story, Elias, and it was that guy Elliot, I think.
Yeah.
And the first one was he was calling a car salesman, and the car salesman didn't know that Elliot was like evaluating his sales skills. But the guy didn't even ask his name. He didn't get any other information or try to negotiate a price. And the point he was trying to make was you're missing out on millions of dollars when you don't do these things. And the second one was, it was actually really intense. It reminded me of you, Elias, because he was in that classroom. He walks up to this guy who's another salesman and is like, are you number one on the team? And the guy answers him kind of meek. And Elliot was like, you need to carry yourself differently because this could be you, but look at the way you're carrying yourself. I mean, he really calls him out, but it stuck with me because it's something we practiced here and you tell us all the time, Elias, like the words that come out of our mouth and also the energy that we carry ourselves with in this business makes a difference.
Yeah, totally. And listen, you guys, you may not agree with what's his name? Elliot. What's his first name? Andy Elliott? Is that who it is?
I think so. I can look it up.
Most of you and some of you, and let me not speak for you, some of you might disagree with his level of intensity. However, that level of intensity is what has moved people forward in his environment and is what has catapulted his business. Now, mind you, we're not that crazy. You don't have to have a six-pack to be on our team. But however, I get the idea of being focused and being healthy and working on your temple and all that stuff. So I appreciate you sharing. Second part of this question, you don't have to answer it out loud. And maybe this is an internal question before we get into action. If you like this content that you're seeing, if there's something about, the parenting or whether it was, adversity, whatever it was, you have to ask yourself what, first off, makes you different. Every single one of you has a superpower, and that is your intrinsic qualities that make you a human being. We all have that. We all have our own unique personalities. And then the next part of the question is, if you are not creating, then why are you not creating? Why are you not creating? We all have something unique to talk about. We all have our own vantage points. We all have our own opinions, and that is ours, right? And nobody else can compete with that because that is ours. And if you don't like it, then unfollow me. And so you are all different. You guys all have a voice. And if you're not creating, why are you not creating? And if there's anything that I can do to support you, or if there's anything that this group can do to support you, then please reach out, raise your hand, because there's no reason in 2024 that you should not be on camera. None. And I will go all day with you guys. Go back and forth with me and sell me on the reasons why you shouldn't be showing up on social media. And I'll debunk that every single day. And the only reason I know is because of experience, right? Because 6 years ago, I wasn't on video. I wasn't on social media. And through the consistency of being on social media, I've seen how my life has grown and how this company has grown and how the voice of this company has been able to grow through social media. How did I learn? I learned from Kenny and I followed his steps. So you guys, there should be no reason at this day and age in 2024 that you're not creating video in some way, shape, or form. Before we get into action for the week, you guys, I read this. Once again, I want to share this with you. Relentless is about never being satisfied and always driving to be the best. There's no off season when you're serious about winning. Now, obviously, you have to take some time to feed your soul, feed your mind, feed your body, but there's really no off season when you're truly in this perpetual state of winning. Tell yourself what to do and stop waiting for others to lay it out for you. Okay, and I'm going to be very clear with everybody. You don't need me. You don't need somebody to say, Elias, go and do this. Hey, Demisha, you need to do, you don't need someone to tell you. Just go out there and start doing things. And then as you're starting to do the things, now you say, you know what? I just need a little bit of help because I'm having some challenges doing that thing. But you don't need anybody to tell you what to go and do and lay the whole entire pathway out for you. You just got to start fucking walking on the pathway. You got to start doing the activities. And I promise you, great things are going to come because you are relentless for your pursuit of success. Nothing's going to stand in your way. Let's do this, you guys. I want to go to a couple things really quick. I'm actually really excited. Some of you have done this before. Now, some of you are just starting doing this, but I want to provide this with you really quick, or provide this for you really quick. How many people on this call have executed the Deal of the Week campaign? Please raise your hand if you've done the Deal of the Week campaign via email or video. Mel, how often does that happen? When do you do that? What's your cadence? What's your flow? Let's hear from you.
I feel like I'm talking a lot on this call. Sorry, you guys. So the Deal of the Week goes out once a month, and the cadence is Deal of the Week, News of the Week, Restaurant of the Week, and then Market Update. So those are the 4 that goes out, and that should be touching your database once a week. So it's 4 times a month.
Beautiful. I love it. You guys, every single one of you have an ability to do the Deal of the Week. Listen, scour the MLS, look for the houses that have been on the market for a significant amount of time that are over the average days on the market in that said area. Or find the houses that just had a price drop, or find that fixer that is a true gem, that's an opportunity, or find that triplex, that quadplex, whatever it is, there's always going to be a Deal of the Week. And what you do is, all you do is you structure a very quick email. I don't want you to be long-winded about this email. I don't want you to do anything other than short, sweet, and to the point. Why is this not pulling up? Hold on one second. Sorry, let me go back here. It should be, I don't know why it's not coming up for me. One second. There it is. All right, cool. So this is very simple. You put in your subject line, Deal of the Week, Berkeley, or wherever you want to put in your area, right? We've reviewed, or I've reviewed the various deals on the market this week, and myself or my team has selected this one to share with our private clients. Here's the details of the home, right? What I'm not doing is I'm not giving an address. If you're interested, just reply and I can get you all the details. Warm regards, grateful, whatever the case is, Mel, right? And I want you guys to do this because now it is just getting people to raise their hand. Because what did you not put here? You didn't put the address. So what do they have to do? They have to respond to Melody to get the address. And maybe that address is not the neighborhood. It's not the area that they want to purchase a home. So like, oh, that's not the one for us, but thanks, Mel. All right, well, while I have you, Where would be a better area? What neighborhood are you looking? And it just starts a dialogue. This is also a great opportunity for you to do a video on it. If you look at Jessica Segura Hernandez, she created a video, dropped it this morning, and it's an amazing deal that somebody can take advantage of. I went to the marketing meeting yesterday. I hosted it for the Bridge Association of Realtors, and I heard about the coming soons, and I heard about an amazing opportunity in El Cerrito. El Cerrito, this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath listed at $699,000. If you've wrote an offer in El Cerrito recently, you will know that a $699 price point is an amazing deal for somebody that's looking in that market. Now, is it going to sell at that? Absolutely not. However, starting price at $699 for a condo with low HOA, that's a really good opportunity. So the point behind this, you guys, is that every single one of you have an opportunity to do a deal of the week. You could do it on video, you could do it on email, but it's a matter of you actually doing it. It is a very simple cadence. Stop overwording things in your email and, hi, Tom, hope all is well. No, we've previewed a couple houses this week. This one is our deal of the week. If you want any more information about it, respond to this email. Look forward to talk with you. That's it, and keep it simple. Same thing with your video. Right? Hey guys, came across this property. It's located in El Cerrito. It's listed at $699. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. It's overlooking the ocean. It's an amazing opportunity, low HOAs. If you want to set up a tour, DM me. I didn't give the address. I didn't give the address so they can do their own research and not need to call you or DM you. Deal of the week is something that works, and it works with some of the biggest teams in the industry. And I want to encourage you guys, even if you have 5 people in your database, do it. When you have 100 people in your, do it. No matter what, every single person on this call has an ability to do an amazing deal of the week. And here's what I want to do. I want to push you, and I want to encourage you, and I want to challenge you today. Create a deal of the week. Either put it on your calendar for Friday or put it on your calendar for Monday. Just do this. Put on your calendar for 7 a.m. I'm going to send out my deal of the week. What I'm going to do is I'm going to BCC Elias. What I want to do is I want to see all of your deal of the weeks. Right? And every single one of you has a deal of the week. It's not like, oh my God, I don't have one. Just look at your MLS and pick one, but just don't put the address. Questions about this, because we've talked about this before, and I want people to take action on this, because all this is going to do is create engagement. So anybody else have a contribution other than Mel? Any questions on this? Any clarity on this? Anybody have any thoughts on this? Please raise your hand, contribute, talk to me, anybody.
Can you drop that link in the chat, please?
I don't have a link. What do you mean?
The link for your document, your doc link.
Oh, you want the doc? Okay, cool. Let me just copy this. I'll put it down below. Boom. And obviously this is a screenshot, so make it yours. This is not the actual script, but I mean, it is actual script, but you have to just type it. So boom, bam, you are in. You got it. All right, cool. Any other thoughts, contributions on this? I just saw a curled up lip from Pat, so I think that's a good thing. All right, good. I love that. Pat, you had your hand up. Let's go to you.
No, I was just saying, my comment says, this is a great idea for a weekly content, super easy to do and super easy to schedule. And not only that, you can email video, text video, all this stuff that you created. And that's a good way for you to keep in touch and be top of mind when it comes to your neighborhood. This is awesome.
Good. I love that, my man. Let me unrestrict this access. Anyone with link, let me just put it here. Sorry. I appreciate the contributions. Pat, good stuff. And you guys, listen, if you're given the address, then you're missing an opportunity for engagement. Do that and don't put an address in. Here's another opportunity for you. If you are going after listings and you're going on a listing appointment, say you get a listing appointment for next Tuesday. You're going to plan, prep, prepare, and you're going to run your offense for that appointment. Now, prior to that appointment, what you're going to do is you're going to do some pre-work, right? Internally, you guys have Slack, so you can put it in Slack and let people know that you're going on an appointment in Pinole. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We think that we're probably going to land anywhere between 650 and 700. If I get the signed listing agreement, do you guys want to, if you want more information about it, just get people to raise their hand. I'm putting that out to my database. Hey guys, I'm going on an appointment on Tuesday in Pinole. The house is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. We might land in this range. If I get a signed listing agreement, do you want more details? That's it. And all you're doing is getting people to raise their hand. Sure, Mel. Sure, Ashley. Sure, Joel. I want some more information about it. So then when you show up to the listing appointment and you're doing your tour and you're sitting down, you're talking about strategy. It's not about what I will do for you. It's what I have already done for you. So I did some pre-marketing for the house. I wanted to put some feelers out there to my community to see if anybody was interested in this home in this subdivision. And what I found is that 9 people raised their hand. They would like some more information once I get the signed listing agreement. So there's already people that are interested in the home. And I wanted to share that with you because it is a great opportunity for you and for us, however that verbiage sounds. Free work. Show the consumer that you've already got some hand raises before you even walked into their house. Questions, thoughts, contributions on the conversation?
I love that, Elias.
Do the work.
That's a great strategy. That's a great strategy. I like that.
Do the work ahead of time. All right. Now, last but not least, before I turn it over to you guys, I want to hear some action items from you guys. I want you to do some simple math for me. If you have an ability to write, just write this down. And we've done this, but it was probably like 3 years ago. So I want you to take 30 minutes a day times 7 times 52. What is that grand total? Somebody just spit it out. I don't care who has it, but spit it out. So it's 30 minutes a day times 7 times 52. What do you guys get? This means that someone has to take themselves off of mute and answer the question. And Mel cannot answer that.
10,920.
Say that one more time for the people in the back of the room.
10,920.
All right, so quick question for you, Ashley. You're an active person. Ashley, if you were to give your body and give your fitness and give your muscles 10,922 minutes of fitness, how do you think you'd look?
I'd look great. I'd feel great.
Yeah, and not saying that you don't. I'm just saying, like, for context of the conversation, right? You'd feel even better, correct?
Yeah.
Imagine that amount of swimming, what it does for your body, right? So let's go over to Brandy. Brandy, if you were to do 10,920 minutes of knowledge on the industry 1 year from now, do you feel that you would be in a position to say, I am an expert in this industry? Brandy.
Absolutely.
Right? Like nobody could come at you. You're so trained, you're so well versed, you understand this market at a high level. Erica, if you apply 10,920 minutes towards script dialogue, do you believe that you would ever be in a scenario where you wouldn't know what to say?
No.
No, right? Because you have trained it 30 minutes a day to work on something to become an expert. It doesn't seem like that much. It doesn't seem like that much. How many of you watched some TV this week? Please raise your hand. All right, please raise your hand if you watched some TV this week. Please raise your hand if you script role played this week with another human being. You know, and like you need to have that internal conversation with yourself. And let's go one more person. Let's go to Jess. Jess, if you spent 10,920 minutes over the course of the year working on your mindset, how do you think you'd feel?
Are you referring to me?
Jess Madeir, yes?
Oh, okay. Yeah, can you repeat the question?
If you spent 10,920 minutes working on your mindset, meaning 30 minutes a day, every single week.
What I thought. It looks more like
What's yours?
Sorry, there's someone talking. Yeah, I would feel confident about what I say.
And I love this. You'd feel confident, you'd feel aligned. And then when you think about this, how are people experiencing that confidence, right? How are people experiencing that confidence? Because we have all dealt with somebody in sales or in another industry that just didn't come across confident. And
Right.
you probably dealt with somebody in a business and you almost felt bad for the person. You're like, oh my God, that person needs some training, right? I've experienced that before. Like, damn, like, well, I wish I could have spent some time with that person. So the reason for this conversation, and thanks for your contribution, Jess. You can put yourself back on mute. I know there's people walking around, but you have to just think about it in the simplest of terms, 30 minutes. I promise you right now, I promise you, you could put me in the fire. You could put me in the fire against any type of objection, rebuttal, role play session, whatever it is, and I'm down. I'm down to go. I'm down to go. But you have to be able to say, you know what? I'm going to commit to that. I'm going to commit to that. Because each of you are going to have the same challenges. Each of you are going to have the same type of objections. Each of you are going to go through the same type of flow with your buyers, with your investors, with your sellers. Each of you need to work on your fitness and on your health. You say, oh my God, I can't lose the weight, but I didn't fucking work out for the last week and I ate a fucking cinnamon roll. You wonder why, right? It's just like, give yourself that 30 minutes a day, just that. And I promise you, great things. Hey, so some of us love Cinnabon, right? But I'll tell you what, I eat a Cinnabon, I'm like it in the gym. So, I'm going to turn the mic over to you guys. There should be never any type of excuses why you guys can't do 30 minutes fitness, knowledge, scripts, dialogue, mindset, or whatever else is serving your mind, body, and soul. It was pizza. Hey, I hear you loud and clear. All right, guys, let's turn it over to you. Hopefully, we've set the tone. I've given you some things to think about, to give you some things to feel. Now it's your guys' turn. I need 5 people to get in the queue, and I'm not going on any further unless I get 5 people in the queue. I need you to talk to me about action. What did you do? What did you deliver? What appointment did you set? What appointment did you meet? Like, tell me about the wins and what action that you took this week and what the results were. Because I want you to hear it from your team members. I want you to hear it from your brothers and sisters on this call. So there's 2. There's 3. Give me some more, you guys. This is Keep It Moving. We do this together. Sam, Brandy, fuck yeah, let's go. Darnell, you're up. Pat, you're on deck. Keep them coming. I appreciate this, big dog. Let's go. And keep your hands up so I don't miss you. Let's go, Darnell.
So it's been a busy week. It's been a busy few weeks, actually.
Are you on the shitter?
No. No, I'm out on the balcony in the little storage room.
Okay, all right, bro.
Just getting fresh air and sunlight for the morning.
Let's go.
I had a busy week. I have a couple of buyers that have been keeping me busy with home searches and tours, reading disclosures. So you haven't seen my posts as consistent as they have been coming, but oh man, it's been good. I've written 3 offers. We got 1 counter offer, 1 denial, and my buyer at this point is understanding what's going on in the market. And I feel like this is where preparation meets opportunity. So I've been role playing my scripts. I've been doing active, tasks that I feel like have been helping me grow. And when it comes to the actual scenario, I feel prepared. I feel like I'm communicating and articulating myself very well. I feel confident, and I feel like my client is getting a great experience. And I feel like that is permeating through their communication with their friends as well. Like they bring their partner and then they'll communicate, oh, he's been telling me about the disclosures. Or we run into another agent and she's like, oh, what's the section 1 on the house? It's like, oh, your stuff, so it's a lot of just affirmations. I feel like, I'm really happy and I'm confident that we're going to get a deal closed soon. So that's what's been going on.
I love this. And Darnell, how long have you been on the team?
It's been 6 months now.
6 months. And during that 6 months, you had a life event. He had a child. He went up to Canada. He spent about, was it two months almost in Canada?
2 months gone. Yeah.
2 months gone, still has this momentum, but no matter what, he showed up, he's applied, he's listened, and then he's practiced on the articulation, and it's showing up with that consumer behavior and how they're responding to you. So well said, my man. I appreciate that. And fingers crossed, we get that across the finish line and get you into escrow. Love this.
Right on.
Let's go to Pat. You are on deck. And no, Ashley, I did not choose violence today. I just chose some truth this morning. So Pat, and then Ashley, you'll be on deck. Let's go, Pat.
All right, yeah. So a couple of things that I changed the last few weeks that I've been seeing some improvements with. First of all, I've been waking up earlier to go to the gym, getting that done and early. It doesn't matter if you want to walk for 30 minutes or stretch or yoga. Just get active, get your brain moving, right? And increasing my tenacity when it comes to my follow-ups daily. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna annoy the hell out of you now. I don't care anymore. And also showing up to the office every damn day. Doesn't matter. There's no excuse if you live 20 minutes or below, below even 30 minutes, doesn't matter. Just show up to the office, get into the environment, and you can get influenced by other people that's working there, and it's just a good aura all around, So that's what I've been seeing.
God, I love that, Pat. And listen, some of you, live close to an office, but I encourage that, because what happens when you get up and get out of the house, you have to get dressed. You maybe put your perfume on, you put your cologne on, you do your hair, you got your nice outfit on. And even you guys, when I work from home, just me spraying cologne puts me in a mindset of, ooh, I'm ready to go, because every time I go to an event, I spray cologne. And so it's a mindset. So I totally agree with that. So Mandy goes to the office every single day, even if it's a ghost town, she's there every single day to work in the office because she's out of the home and in a new environment. So really good stuff, Pat. Let's go to Ashley. You are on deck. Ashley, thank you for the banter today. I appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
Okay, listen, there's a couple things I can't say no to. If you say, Elias, I have this dozen donuts and I'm not on 75-day hard, I'm going to eat them. And if you come to me with pizza, it's game over. I'm having a pizza.
You can't put a pizza in front of me and me not eat it. I just can't.
No, it's not even fair. Why should we say no to pizza? But anyways,
Really
Ashley, let's
not.
go.
Okay. So I've been doing my newsletter every Monday, and I found something cool that everyone might be able to use. On ChatGPT, I told ChatGPT to check all the local Chamber of Commerces in Contra Costa County for any events happening in the summer, July, and going forward. And then I said, create a newsletter, start with a hook and with a call to action, make it a community newsletter, and it spit out a newsletter for me. And then I told it to add pictures, and then it added pictures.
Can you show us an example? Can I share my screen, or have you share your screen?
Let me copy it from, it's literally in ChatGPT right now. I haven't like made it my own, but I can put it into the chat. So hold on just a
Okay.
second. Let me pop it into the chat. But it'll tell you every little thing that's happening in Contra Costa County. And then you just go in there and make it sound a little bit more like you. Where is it? There it is. Hold on 1 second. Copy. And obviously when it comes straight out of ChatGPT, it's going to look a little bit formal and not have your, oh, it's too long. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I can share my screen and then I can go to my text messages, I guess. That'll work. Share screen and okay. So this shows concert series, Pleasant Hill Summer Series, San Ramon concerts, festivities, special events, Contra Costa Fair, what the dates are, what the location is, what the details are, and links if you wanted to check them out yourself. Or you could use those links to click it, and then you can add your own pictures into the newsletter from those links. Artichoke Festival, breweries. So all of those things, that just gives you a place to start with your community newsletter. If you're like, oh, where do I find all of these events? Literally ChatGPT will tell you.
God, I love this. I absolutely love this. Appreciate that contribution. Very high level. Thank you. I'm also going to drop something in the chat below. Here is a link to some local data, East Bay data that I sat through yesterday. I'm the new host of the marketing meetings for the Bridge Association of Realtors. We had the economist from Red Oak Realty come in and do a session. Actually, you'll probably really feed off of this, but it's good for everyone. I just dropped that. So you guys take that, download that. Some amazing content in there. If you have any questions about the data, just let me know. Let's go, Erica. Erica, you're up next, and then we'll go Samantha Benz. You are on deck. So Samantha, let's go. Oh, excuse me, Erica, let's go. Then Samantha.
Good morning, you guys. This week last couple weeks, I wasn't really productive, but this Wednesday I actually went door knocking with Antonio. We went to the neighborhood I grew up in, and it was so good because I met a lot of people that I haven't connected with in a long time, like my schoolmates' parents. And it's good to see some people that stayed in the neighborhood. And it was just good practice, even if it's just to stop by and say hello and just to introduce ourselves. It was good stuff. And today I plan to tour some homes and get some content going and just take a look at the market and what's out there right now. So it's gonna be a good time today.
Good. I love it. I'm glad that you are partnering up with Antonio. I think that's a good blend of energy. So good stuff. Ashley, if you can put your hand down, Erica, if you can put your hand down, and then Samantha will go up to you, and then Brandy, you'll be on deck, and then we'll go Chris B, and then iPhone 3. And whoever iPhone 3 is, change your screen name. Let's go, Sam.
Yeah, one of my wins has to do with Ashley again. She's been just huge as a resource. And ever since I've been making more content, I've had friends reach out to me, and one of them, he was a teacher with me and he got deployed. And I think he's in Kuwait or Afghanistan right now, but he wants to use VA loans to buy a house when he returns in 3 weeks. And I connected him to Ashley. She's going to get him pre-approved when he comes back, but he's asked me to be his realtor, and it just means so much to me since we both started. We were teaching together for 3 years, and now I get to help him do something like that. So that was just a huge way I've moved forward. It feels good.
I love it. I love it. You know, and shout out to you, Ashley. I mean, you never ask for it, and you always do it humbly, but you always show up for us and for this industry, and you never ask for anything, right? You never are fishing for lead opportunities. People are just reaching out to you organically because of the value that you pour into everybody. And so I remember a time where I didn't know Ashley, and I just feel like she's so ingrained with, you know, us and this culture. It's really cool having you, Jeff, and Christina on our side. So I just appreciate you. Let's go. I think I said Brandy, and then we'll go Chris, and then we'll go iPhone 3 if they put their camera on. Let's go, Brandy.
All right, so I wanted to be so intentional this week. So I made a commitment to show up at the office. And actually, it hasn't been a ghost town. All the desks were filled the other day when I walked in. I was like, all right.
Let's go.
But finishing the buyer's workshop, so that was huge for me, and doing it yesterday with so many other things going on, challenging myself physically and mentally. So yeah.
I love it. I love it. You know, it's funny when we talk about like the buyer's consultation, buyer's representation. We had a one-on-one session yesterday, and then last night Mel called. She's like, I don't know if you're the person to help me with this, but I needed some, you know, advice on this. And I was like, well, we just did a session on that at 10 o'clock. She's like, what? I missed it? She's like, where? It wasn't on the counter. I'm like, it's on the counter. She's like, oh, I see it. But the point was, she's like, we're all getting ready for the new world, right? And so we shouldn't wait to get ready to articulate the the compensation as well as the agency agreement. We should already be in the flow. So if you guys didn't tap in yesterday, make sure to tap in every Thursday, my room, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. That's all we're doing. Buyer representation mastery. That is on the team calendar. If you want to bring a homie from another brokerage, they're welcome to come as well. But this is something that we're going to be practicing on heavily. And yesterday, Brandy did an amazing job. And I appreciate the tenacity, Mel, of always wanting to find out, how do I get better? How do I get better? Let's go iPhone 3. Cynthia, let's go to you, and then we'll go Chris. All right, maybe we'll find it in a second. Let's go, Chris, and then we'll come right back to you, Cynthia. Let's go, Chris. Sitting on the beach, chilling.
Hey, yeah, I just wanted to share a recent win. You know, it was hot in Sacramento. It was like over 105 degrees, and we've been like kind of pushing off on door knocking to certain neighborhoods. So I just told Sophia, let's go door knock and bust it out in the heat. Put on my team fast shirt. Connected with a homeowner there that was like, I'm getting a divorce and I do need to sell. And I was like, whoa, you know, that's like ching ching jackpot, let's go. And connect with her. I went back there for a second time and knocked on her door, and she wasn't home. I left the Team Fast folder, CMA, you know, success stories, all that good stuff. She texted me and said, I got your folder and information. How much you think to sell it? And I was like, well, I only gave you the comp, but I can't give you an accurate number until I walk your property and give you my recommendation. So she was like, can you be here today at 6:30? I was like, done. So I went there, walked her property with Sophia. She was great. We really connected well. And then next thing you know, I'm setting up an appointment with title company, getting a net sheet. Now I'm going to hook up with her soon-to-be ex-husband, and we're going to both sit down and make the plan when I come back. And that's the listing right there. I dealt with a really tough escrow right before we left here, and was fortunately closed it. It was a headache escrow from beginning to end. So it kind of got me kind of burnt out a little bit. So, but the thing was, I was like, damn, I have no deals in escrow. I ain't trying to go on vacation, you know, unless I have a pipeline. So for the week and two before we left for vacation, me and Sophia kind of hit it hard with calling and doing this and that. And next thing you know, like, we got an offer in, got one accepted, and we had a listing that moved forward. So it's like we generated two deals by having a sense of urgency. But the thing is, like, you shouldn't have to feel like, oh, I need to go hurry up and just do this and that. Just make it a daily thing, you know. But the opportunities are out there, and you just gotta just do it, you know. Just be confident with what we're learning here, and spread that power to your clients, you know. confidently and have those conversations. But it's out there for taking. People want to work with professionals, and people want to work with educated agents that know what they're talking about. Because a lot there is walking around with a sense of desperation, and we're walking around just giving empowerment and just spitting facts and connecting with everybody on a personal level and professional level. I'm telling you, it works, yeah, guys. You know, just take the collective energy that you're learning from these meetings and all the ballers on this team. You don't know how special this team is, man. I take powers from everybody on here. It's like Voltron, you know. Everybody got a leg, arm, head, this and that. That's all put together. We're gonna get that big old sword and just take over the world. So, you know, just to make it happen, y'all. It's like I'm just grateful right now. You know what I mean? Like a
Love
lot of
this.
people are not eating. A lot of people are not eating. A lot of 30,000 agents left the market. And we're over here, number one team, number two team, top 9 mega team in California. Like it's just there's a reason for that. You know what I mean? It's just like keep pushing, y'all. All the new people, like you got these beautiful offices. There's no reason why you can't be there at least 3 times a week. And me and Sophia got an appointment. We're in the office. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? Because it forces you to work. It forces you to close the door and make your calls. You're gonna be at home and you need to be lagging and stuff. You be opening the fridge and stuff, and you know, and whatever distractions. But it's just a great thing. Just dial in and just make it happen. I'm telling you, man, it will happen if we just focus and just do what you gotta do. You know.
Bro, I absolutely love your message. The fact that you are sitting on vacation right now, you're still here, been in this game for, probably longer than most of the people on the call, but still showing up, still applying new techniques and still out there hustling, man. And the fact that you are quoting, was that Thundercats? Is that where Voltron's from? Is that Thundercats? I don't know. But anyways, uh, really, really cool to hear you,
It's,
Chris.
it's Voltron. It's Voltron.
Voltron, I appreciate your
Yeah.
contributions as always, my man. Let's try
Always,
Cynthia
man.
one more
Appreciate you.
time. Cynthia, let's try to get that. There it is. All right, and
Okay, I'm here.
then we'll go
And
deep
then
red coat and Ilona.
I'm gonna work on changing that that whatever that is that doesn't show my name. In fact, I'm gonna do better than that. Put a picture up.
All right,
Oh,
so
who's
what's your
frozen? Are you
contribution?
frozen?
No, what's your contribution?
So my contribution is that I had something very interesting happen a couple days ago. It was from a deal that did not go through, and there was some challenges in that deal because the person that one of the participants or one of the buyers or sellers rather had a personal issue with me, and so she reached out to me because the deal has been closed for a few weeks now, or it's been we set it aside for a few weeks ago, and she didn't call me, but she sent me a text message. And in my head, I was thinking, well, why? Why are you contacting me? So the first thing she said is that I hope you're not mad about the deal not going through. And I had to take that and I had to process it. So I reached out to her, I called her, and I asked her, I said, yes, I'm not mad about it, but I would like to know why you made the decision to not choose me. And they chose to do it in person, between the two of them. It was siblings in a trust, so they decided to do it, but she gave me her reason why. I'm not going to share the reason why, but it was good for me because it was information that I could use to as I'm moving forward, to pay attention to little details, because I think that unfortunately I missed the boat because there was a couple of things that happened that I probably could have turned it around in a timely fashion. So that was really good for me to know, because it's not, for me, it's straight not take ego out of the equation completely. I think that's important as we move forward. If
Yeah.
you feel that it's personal, then you need to dig in and find out why.
Hey, Cynthia, a lot of us don't ever get that, right? We're left with wondering what I did or what I did not do. And the fact that you have that, allow it to humble you and say, okay, I'm going to use this to improve and get better down the road. So I'm really glad that you got that information because it is humbling, it's insightful, and it allows you to look at yourself in a completely different way. And so, yeah, take that, run with it, and get better moving forward. So congrats on getting
Yeah.
constructive feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to share that because I know that sometimes it's hard to have somebody, especially a stranger, tell you well, she's not a total stranger, but somewhat of a stranger. In this transaction, she was a stranger, right? And that when they're giving you that information, you know, the wise thing to do is to take heed to what they're saying.
Yep.
Whether you agree or not, you need to dig deeper and find out, okay, well, maybe so. Maybe I did do something, or I could have done something different.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in your own head, right?
Yeah. And it was their experience, right? It was
Yeah,
their
exactly.
experience. And I'm so glad that that consumer had the guts to be honest. So
Yeah.
good stuff. I appreciate you sharing. Thanks for the contribution. Let's go deep Bledsoe, and then we'll end with Ilona as the last contribution. Let's go deep Bledsoe. And what are you working today, bro? What body part are you working?
Ooh, the same thing every day. All chest, no legs.
Oh. All right, bro. All right. Let's hear it, my man.
Just being honest. But no, I've been having a few challenges over the past few weeks with my own clients, and just wanted to give the testimony of sticking in there and showing up regardless of how you feel about what's going on. A mentor of mine that kind of helped train me years ago when I started, he went on vacation to Europe, and she contacted me to help her with some of her buyer clients while she's out of the country. She's like, I got a few people that are urgent, and I trust you to go open doors for them and basically not fuck up my business. And so I showed one place that she has listed the other day. That went fine. And then the other night, I showed a couple of her clients, and you know when you see that sparkle in a client's eyes, like you have them, it just instantly reminded me of my value. And so I had to start talking up my friend because I'm like, this is her clients. I'm not trying to snatch them. But it immediately reminded me of my value, even though I know, you know, it's only like 2 months removed of closing something, but still I get in my own head about my abilities. But as long as you stay in this shit, you keep reminding yourself of what your worth is, regardless if it's your deal, somebody else's, just keep showing up. And that's what I wanted to relay. And kind of to Chris's point, what he was talking about, what I heard, I just started reading 10X is better than 2X or whatever. And what Chris was saying, maximize your efforts on the 10X side and stop doing the 2X shit. Like, stop making excuses. Stop sitting around and waiting for things to happen. Just get out there. Again, this isn't even my deal, but she's going to hook me up. She might throw me on the deals once these people, submit offers, whatever. But just keep showing up, and at the very least, you'll make yourself feel good.
Man, I absolutely love that. There's something beautiful in the turn, and I call it the turn. We've all met strangers, and that's our business. We're in the business of working with strangers. The moment, maybe it's the house one or house two, where you finally are in rapport, and like you look at them and the dialogue changes and the laughter changes. I call that the turn. That in itself is such a powerful moment that will catapult you through all the challenges that we have. The moment that you're in rapport and you feel it, God, that's such a good feeling. It's such an amazing feeling. I'm so glad that you mentioned that. Let's go, Ilona, the last contribution of the day, and then we'll wrap sesh.
I just wanted to share a personal win. We started like door knocking on a regular basis, Sierra and I, twice a week. And we're finally starting to see some actual action. I think it's only been like a month that we're going. And we had one woman who we had a 20-minute conversation with at her door, reach out to us, send us an email. We contacted her. Sierra sent her one house that we thought was going to be perfect for her family, even though she didn't know what she wanted. She's like, yeah, we live in 900 square feet. We have 4 kids. We have money. We're thinking a second home. We're like, you don't need a second home. You need a bigger home. So she saw a house with us yesterday. She really likes it. We have her talking to a lender about possibly turning her house into a rental and purchasing this home as an upstream property. And then today, one of the other houses that we saw while we were door knocking, we saw someone moving. There was no sale sign on it, okay? We just saw that people were moving out. So we asked the movers what was going on. They gave us the owner's number. We called the owner and we're like, hey, are you selling your house? And she's like, yeah, going on the market already. You know, I have a realtor. We asked her how much. She never got back to us. And then we're looking for an open house today, and Sierra lands that house as first weekend open house for us in our farm. So just like I'm just I'm reveling a little bit because every morning when I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to go door knocking, I don't want to talk to people, and then I just shut that girl up. I go, and it's like, oh my god, we had 12 conversations. We met the mayor of the neighborhood. We now know there's a Grammy winner who won a Grammy who lives in your neighborhood. Now we're telling other people about it. So, and we're doing it in the same neighborhood. So we're door knocking a farm, and we're becoming people that people know in the farm. And so
I love this.
The old school stuff works, even though I've been in real estate for like going on 3 years. I feel like I'm learning something really new and trying to build this new muscle because I wasn't door knocking before. And it's just worth it. It's just 100% worth it.
I love it. Give them a flex, Ilona. Give them a flex. That's it. That's it. That's it. So you guys, listen, really, really strong session today. I appreciate all the contributions. Remember this and go back to what Damian was saying. You might not feel like it some days, but I want you to say, fuck your mood, fuck the drunk monkey on your shoulder and say, you know what? I got a vision. I got a purpose. I got a cause. I got a crusade that I'm on, that I don't care about this mood. I'm going to do it despite, right? I'm going to do it despite. So you guys, thank you for all of your contributions. Go out there and take action, whether it's the story or the deal of the week, video, whatever it is. Take one thing from this session and go and apply it in your business. This is not meant to be passive. These sessions are meant to be progressive and proactive in your business. That's it. And that's the last thing I have to share with you guys. As always, I want you guys to truly, truly reflect on everything that you're doing. Go back and look at your journey. Give yourself some praise. Give yourself some pats on the back. Keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, and get out there and crush your weekend. Peace.